Whispers and Secrets of Ravenswood Castle. Amelia and William, driven by curiosity and a desire for adventure, arrived at the abandoned castle of Ravenswood. Despite stern warnings from locals, they decided to explore its ruins. As they entered the dark hallways of the castle, a feeling of unease washed over them. The charged atmosphere and dead silence suggested that they were not alone in that place. Soon, a barely perceptible whisper in the shadows alerted them. It was as if the air itself warned them of an ancient evil that still dwelled in the confines of Ravenswood. As they explored, they found ancient portraits hanging on the walls. The painted eyes of the figures seemed to follow their every movement, accusing them of disturbing their eternal rest. The castle library held an even more disconcerting surprise for them. Among the dust-covered shelves, a wraith figure appeared and disappeared without a trace, adding to the mystery that shrouded Ravenswood. Entering the Hall of Mirrors, Amelia and William faced their worst fears reflected on every surface. The mirrors not only duplicated their image, but also revealed dark personal secrets, plunging them into a battle against their own insecurities and fears, an experience that would make them question their reality. In the oppressive silence, they found a dust-covered journal that told the tragic story of Ravenswood. Each page turned was like listening to echoes of a cursed past, providing critical clues to the origin of the evil that lurked in the shadows. This discovery became the key that would open the door to the castle's darkest secrets. The challenge of an ancient puzzle soon presented itself, promising to reveal hidden truths in exchange for its solution. With each piece in place, secrets buried by time were revealed, bringing them one step closer to understanding the true horror of Ravenswood. This puzzle not only tested their ingenuity, but also confronted them with the reality that some mysteries were better off unsolved. The sealed room, which for years murmured names from the past, finally opened its doors to them. Inside, the air was thick with the presence of those who had walked its floors centuries ago, whispers that intertwined with those of Amelia and William, enveloping them in an atmosphere of mystery and anticipation. The accidental summoning of a vengeful spirit in the ruined chapel marked a turning point in their adventure. What began as a simple murmur transformed into a whirlwind of supernatural energy, unleashing a force that threatened to consume not only the castle, but their souls as well. This encounter with the inexplicable pushed them to the limits of their courage and their understanding of the world beyond the visible. Amelia and William felt a chill when they realized that a dark shadow was chasing them through the corridors of the castle. Each echo of their footsteps was followed by a deafening silence, as if the darkness itself moved with them. The pressure in the air intensified, making the terror almost palpable. As they descended into the dungeons, the biting cold joined the darkness, enveloping them in a feeling of desolation. The light from their flashlights barely pierced the blackness, briefly revealing the outlines of ancient chains and empty cells. The silence was so deep that each breath seemed like a scream. Soon, they discovered evidence of a dark cult that had infested the castle centuries before. Arcane symbols and broken altars scattered throughout the rooms whispered stories of forbidden rituals. The reality of what they faced began to take shape, an evil that transcended generations. The fight against a specter that guarded the core of evil was inevitable. The entity, a shadow of anger and vengeance, moved with supernatural speed. Amelia and William, armed only with their determination, faced the specter in a duel of wills, where each move could be their last. Deep in the castle, they encountered lost souls trapped between worlds. Their voices, barely whispers, begged for release from their eternal torment. The faces of the ghosts, marked by suffering, begged for rest, guiding Amelia and William towards the key to their salvation. In the alchemist's dusty study, Amelia and William discovered an ancient grimoire. The pages, yellowed with time, contained the spell necessary to confront the evil presence. Each syllable of the spell seemed to vibrate with a forgotten power, guiding them towards the final confrontation. The confrontation with the dark entity in the great throne room was titanic. the presence, and amalgamation of all tortured souls. Challenged with intangible fury, but armed with the knowledge of the spell, Amelia and William wove magic around the shadow, encasing it in a vortex of light. The purification ritual began with the castle shaking at its foundations. The ancient walls of Ravenswood lit up with arcane symbols, banishing the shadows that crept within. With each word spoken, the evil that nestled in the heart of the castle dissipated, leaving a purified silence. The release of the trapped souls was a moment of deep emotion. Ethereal figures, once tormented, ascended in a spiral of light, their faces reflecting gratitude. The air was filled with whispers of farewell, as each spirit finally found peace, dissolving into the dawn. Leaving the castle at dawn, Amelia and William not only left behind the mystery of Ravenswood solved, but also took with them an internal transformation. What had begun as an adventure of curiosity ended in a journey of courage, learning, and liberation, marking their souls forever.